Hello, everyone, and welcome to ClovenTRASH, the podcast show where we have no intro. I'm Spirit, and joining me tonight are my lovely co-hosts,
Maple,
Springheart.
And the topic of today's talk is literally nothing. We're just having a shoot the shit talk stream sort of thing, and yeah, we don't have to roll initiative for this because we're literally just hanging out.
Wait,
Christy's not
10.
here.
It's 10.
Congratulations, you got a mediocre hit.
Yay!
Fine, I'll roll initiative. I got a 7. I got even worse.
I'm better than you.
Oh my god. On this episode of ClovenCast, will Maple freaking almost send lettuce out her nose again?
Welcome to the shit show episode.
We already had the shit show episode. That was the anime episode.
There was an anime episode?
Yeah, we talked about our first, worst, and best animes.
You weren't
Oh,
here.
I wasn't there for that then. Because I don't remember that.
So, Maple, what's your favorite anime?
Yeah.
That's not a fair question.
What one do you love in your heart the most? First thing that comes to mind.
Right now it's My Hero that comes to mind because that's the one I've been watching recently. The one I'm most nostalgic for is Sailor Moon though.
Yes.
Oh jeez. I don't know. One thing I do have to say though regarding that, I'm not sure how many people can say this, but I have to thank my mom for getting me into anime.
Mm-hmm.
Because what we would do is we would watch Sailor Moon in our cozy basement downstairs, and Mom would get Dunkaroos. Who remembers those?
Yes. Wait. Chocolate or the vanilla with sprinkles?
Both.
Okay, I'm an American and I don't know what those are. Can you please explain?
You can't be in both camps.
Dunkaroos
You
are?
can't.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Dunkaroos.
Okay.
Oh, it's
So
Canada.
basically, okay, so it's like this small kind of package with like it's like an icing and like graham crackers almost.
That's so good. I want.
That's basically what it was, and those were called Dunkaroos. And the point was you dipped the graham crackers into like this blotch of icing, which was either like a vanilla sprinkle and chocolate.
So good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so sugary, but so good.
Like you would use up
it.
all of your cookies and you would push out the icing thing so that you could get all of the icing. Because you didn't waste the icing. That was good shit.
What I would do is if I didn't have enough graham crackers left, I would just like lick the little bowl there and just like savor it.
Yeah. Teachers probably thought we were crazy.
it was our crack cocaine. I swear to God.
That sounds like my elementary school, and they had like these weird little like chocolate dipped cookies.
Yeah. I put them in pictures and stuff so you can see. Oh, and the mascot, I believe he was from down under. Too.
Oh, he's a kangaroo.
Yeah.
He's dunkarooing.
Yeah.
Didn't he eventually become like a basketball kangaroo or something like that? Because it's a dunk. He's dunking.
I'm not sure.
So, question for the chat: what's your favorite treat?
Let us know. And for those watching on YouTube,
tell us in the comments, and we'll feature some of them next time.
Okay, Maple, do you remember Sodalicious?
If I see a picture.
Okay, I have to send. Okay, it's going to be in pictures and stuff. It was a candy or a gummy.
That looks vaguely familiar. I might have had some, but those might have phased out.
They were like my favorite candy in school, and they stopped making them.
So many good treats.
They literally like you would get like they were like so the Coke or the root beers tasted like root beer, and ones tasted like orange, and like they all had like the flavors of pop, and they had like sugar around them. They were so good.
Oh my god.
My mouth is watering just thinking about them.
Okay, pop quiz for the not both for the comments and for the chat. But how do you pronounce carbonated beverages?
Pop.
I go back and forth.
It's good old pop for me.
Pop
Hey, Mom, can
soda.
we get some pop?
See, what's ironic is that I come from the Midwest, but I call it soda, and apparently that's an East Coast thing.
I thought it was just a general American thing.
No, apparently, like, part of the country calls it pop, part of the country calls it soda, part of the country calls it Coke. And
Oh,
then,
yeah, Texas! Isn't that where they just call it Coke?
What?
In Texas, isn't that where it's just called a Coke?
I thought, I think pop is definitely... I have an idea, actually. Well, actually, I can't open the window. Drat! My parents are sitting out in the yard right now, and I could be like, "Hey, Ma, you grew up in Arizona. What did you call soda?"
Oh my god, I'm loving the idea that you were about to crack open the window and just yell at your mom.
Oi, Ma! What you call soda?
Hey, you remember back in the day?
Spirit, you shared Chubbies. I
Spring.
remember those. Those
Yeah.
are something I just was out of my memory, and you retrieved it.
I never had these, but kids in my class had them, and I was so jelly of these little tiny, pop. I go back and forth between soda and pop, but like these little soda plastic bottles, they were so good.
Oh, are they the
Like-
ones where, like, you squeeze and the stuff comes out the top?
No, it's just a bottle of
It was just
plastic bottle of soda.
It was just, as the name would imply, it's a chubby bottle of soda. Like, you just shrink down a bottle of soda, and then it's like a little stub full of
Yeah.
liquid.
And you chug it. Kids would chug it.
The day I come to Canada is the day that I become very confused about food.
It's like it was like the Weight Watchers size of soda for kids.
Oh, so
But
basically
not
they were
labeled
calling
like that.
kids fat and giving them smaller sodas.
Yeah, it also fit in your
Basically.
lunchbox better.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. We always had Capri Sun.
See, those weren't as popular up here as for my memory.
We had the Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid! Yes!
What was it? Okay, hold on. I'll find a picture.
Were they the little packet thingies?
Kool-Aid
Like of the juice or
Juice.
like the powder?
Like the powder stuff.
Juice Slammer. Juice. It was. Yes, it was Juice Slammers. Kool-Aid Juice Slammers. So I kid you not, my cousin, we bought her like a bunch of Kool-Aid Juice Slammers, like the packs of them, and we drank them like nonstop hardcore, and she cleaned them out, and she made purses out of these.
Oh my god.
I have one still,
I
but
need
like
to look-
she had like a small business, like it was so cool. Like
Oh, I remember those. We had those in elementary school.
yeah,
Yeah. Actually, here's one thing, Spirit. When you come to Canada, Skittles.
Yes, I have Skittles.
And then Rockets.
I don't know what rockets are.
yes you do.
Describe your version of Skittles.
Okay, Skittles are like these little M&M shaped thingies that come in a little packet, and they've all got different colors, and they're fruit flavored.
No, wait.
Oh no, frick! I was thinking the wrong thing. What am I thinking of, Spring? You know what I'm thinking of?
I know Rockets versus okay, candy.
Smarties. Describe
Smarties.
Smarties to me. Never mind. There we go.
Smarties are these little crunchy, sugary candies with a tart outside.
Those are Rockets.
Those are Rockets.
See, because we have Smarties, not Skittles. Well, we have Skittles, but I confused the two. But Smarties are basically just like, what, just a Canadian M&M off-brand kind of thing?
Yeah, they're so good.
Like, they're basically the same thing, but you know what? They're Smarties. They're good.
I don't
They
know why
taste-
my
they-
brain went to the image. For whatever reason, when I thought of it, I thought of Nerds. Like, you know the Nerds candy?
Yes.
But they actually like Smarties actually taste different than M&Ms too. Like so, it's a totally different.
Like, they're just slightly sweeter, though, like, aren't they?
I think so. Yeah, I think Smarties are actually sweeter if I remember correctly.
I'm calling
Don't
this
quote me on that.
podcast. I'm calling this podcast America versus Canada.
Candy edition.
No, it's literally just America versus Canada.
There's two of us and one of you.
Yeah, but I have the power of God and anime on my side.
Well, if you watched more anime, it would be on your side. However, I have way more anime under my belt.
Weeb.
That's right. I wear it like a badge of honor.
Loser. Kidding. You're not a loser. You're a friend. That
Wait.
actually reminds me. Going back to the anime thing, my friend, who was also my creepypasta buddy too at the time, well, me and my creepypasta, well, my two friends, we'll say that. We also like to watch anime, and we watched Inuyasha. Well, my one friend, she made like my own, like she made me and my other friend the necklace that Inuyasha has, but just using like different marbles, I guess, for it. And I think I still have mine, but it's in storage, so that's a fun tidbit. I have a homemade trap necklace.
Is it bad that I thought the sit boy joke was like one of the most hilarious things?
No. I thought it was funny too.
I thought it was funny too. Now I think it's very degrading.
Well, what was it when we would watch? I was there thinking, it's like, well, it's just when she says sit, because there was a bit where she was just going sit, 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 and he was just getting further into the ground, right?
Yeah.
So I'm there thinking, it's like, well, what if she's visiting home, and she's like, hey, like, why don't you just sit down? And down, like, in the fetal air, like, Inuyasha just freaking like plummets to the ground. And
I think she has to be in the presence of him for it to work.
Yeah.
Kind of like in the same era.
Or just
That'd be a good fan fiction, though.
What?
That'd be a good fan fiction.
Just like, what would happen if Kagome said sit in her timeline?
And then, yeah, and he's like, just doing like normal, like mediocre tasks of like making a sandwich.
He just gets yanked to the ground.
You know, passing through a stream, just like very dangerous thing, like mediocre and dangerous things.
Just kind of like eating, you know.
And then by the end,
he literally just goes over to the future and is just like, "Can you not?"
He's just not even mad. He's just like, "Hey, Kagome, like, listen, man, I gotta tell you something. You gotta stop saying the S word. You know, like we know what we're talking about." Yeah. So I really appreciate that. You know, just a friend to a friend. If you could just not.
Well, they hook up, so just make that part of their married life.
We have one or two options. You can either stop saying it, or you have to stay around me all the time so you stop endangering my life. And she'll take it the wrong way and be like, "Oh, he really loves me. Oh, it's a bond. Oh, he wants to be around me." He's just like, "I just want to stop having my life endangered when I cross like really, high bridges over ravines and walking through a stream."
I just don't want to break my face. Thanks.
Yeah. My nose broke the other day. It hurt.
You broke your nose?
Yeah. No, I meant Inuyasha.
Sorry. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm fine.
I did it dumb. But I'm glad to hear you're fine.
Maybe you're required by law to write this fanfiction now.
Well... Okay, so I have to do that rocket...
Oh yeah, you have to do that Rocket thing where it's basically the anime version because Rocket wants her senpai.
So Spring, I'm not sure if you're up to date with this.
No.
But Animal Crossing, I have Rocket the gorilla on my island. Oh. Now Spirit has visited me a few times, and every time I talk to Rocket, she's always talking about Spirit. Always. And he's like, "Hey, did you hear Spirits? And like, did you know what their title is? It's Art School Trash. Wow, what how tourists can just open up our eyes." He's like, "I love it." Like every single time I have to notify Spirit. I was like, "Hey, your crush is talking about you again."
You know what's even better is the fact that Hazel talks about you.
What did she say about me?
Hazel really likes you and actually gave you a nickname.
She gave me a nickname?
I can't remember what it is, but she'll probably refer you to it as soon as you show up.
plot thickens.
See,
I
here's the
need to
problem,
know-
Maple. I play Animal Crossing at like 11 o'clock at night, so I never get to go to Nook's Cranny, and yeah. I'm never mentally constituted enough to do this kind of stuff.
You know, I made 2 million in bells. I told you about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not proud of it, but I am at the same time. Basically,
Who'd you have to shank to do that?
So, how I did that was I joined an Animal Crossing Discord server. And basically what I did is I hopped from island to island of like people advertising, because what people will do is like, hey, Daisy May is selling turnips on my island, right? So it's like you go, you click on the link, you queue up, you go onto this person's island, you buy how many ever turnips you can. Then you go into the sell section, and then you like find people who are selling their turnips for a high price. So like 630 turnips is like the highest I've ever seen. You go visit those islands and sell all your turnips, rinse and repeat.
Oh my gosh.
So that's what I've been doing, and now I should have enough to fully upgrade my home and finish building all the bridges and inclines I need to. And if I don't, I'm just gonna do the same thing over again. So am I proud of myself?
Oh, we got a subscriber notification. That's on YouTube.
Yay!
So thank you for subscribing. You're probably not seeing
Welcome.
this. But yeah.
Yay! Amazon Forest Rika just subscribed. Thank you to, well, I'm thinking on Spirit's behalf, I guess. I'm getting carried away.
You're having a special bean moment.
No, I'm free from the release of working. I only work 2 days a week now, so that's
Dude,
scrumptious.
that's perfect.
I know. But it's also helped because we're apparently cutting hours in our department right now, and also we're going back to our crappy minimum wage here soon. So that's
They're
gonna
not
be great.
giving you hazard pay?
Not anymore here soon.
Whom do I have to shank to get that back to you?
What the hell?
Overweighty food groups. So that's great. I'm hoping I can get a new job here soon. Because spring. Did I tell you?
Yeah. No.
So, my manager's a petty son of a bitch.
Oh no.
So Spirit knows what happened, but basically, it was time last week. I was like, okay, there's one coworker in particular that causes me anxiety to work with, and just kind of flares up all of my mental stuff. Now, I know I don't hide it, right? It's not something I'm embarrassed about to say, like, hey, I got anxiety and depression, this, that, the other thing. I don't hide it. And so I figured, okay, well, I know I need to talk to my manager to see if he can't schedule something around it, or like work with me here to see if he can accommodate.
Yeah.
Right? So he comes by to our station and he's like, so how are things? I'm like, good. Well, actually, can I talk to you for a second? He's like, yeah, okay. I say, so I was hoping and wondering if you could schedule me with this one particular person because they cause me like anxiety and depression. And he's like, oh, well, I'm not sure what I can do. I mean, I don't know. I'm like, okay, well, just because, like, you know, it's hard for me to work. And he's like, well, are you on medication? And
That's none of their business.
It's like, at the moment I was taken aback, and I just kind of just like I told him what my situation was, right? And I was like, all right, like it wasn't sure, and I was like, okay, and I'm like, well, I'll see what I can do. This person works full time, so I don't know. I'm like, well, I mean, I only work 3 to 2 days a week anyway right now. Like, is there any way you could possibly do that? He's like, well, I don't know. If I can't do anything, I mean, you're either gonna have to deal with it or hand in your 2 weeks notice.
Oh my gosh.
Bitch, I mean, sure, okay, I didn't say that, of course, but it's like,
but like you were trying to avoid drama and like your mental and health, and you were trying. Fuck.
Yeah, so I'm currently trying to find a new job because it's like right now I'm not working with that one particular person right now, and it's like, okay, but I don't want to work for a manager who's going to treat me like that. Plain as that.
Not cool.
So yeah, we basically got to the point where it's just like, as soon as I heard that, I was like, okay, girl talk here. No, absolutely unacceptable. Get out, find better job. That's okay. Okay.
You deserve better.
Like, retail here in America is incredibly notorious, but at the same time, if your manager is not accommodating you or is being rude like that, it's just...
Well, and it wouldn't be as bad if, like, there wasn't... Because with my company, we're part of a union, right?
Mhm.
As most grocery stores are. But, and typically, there's, like, some sort of phone number or contact if there are any issues in the workplace.
Yeah.
I don't know where those are. I don't know what number to call. I don't know what email address. So I don't know what the procedure is for that. They don't tell you. They don't show you. I went to our union's website. It's not there. So it's like the absence of any sort of like HR, whatever that falls under that category is also like,
Wait.
you know.
You don't. Sorry, you don't know who your union rep is in your store?
Nope.
Not
Union stewards, but don't know who they are.
Yeah, that would be my first question. Is you find my thing would be is you find the oldest like someone who's worked there for a while, like a long time, probably a cashier, because I know you work in a grocery store, and you ask them who the union rep is because they will know.
Yeah. So.
But also, yeah, no, let's get out.
Yeah, that's my priority. It's like, you know what?
Because you shouldn't have been treated that way.
And
regardless, if you stay.
Well, exactly. And it's funny because I was talking to Ty about it, and he's like, well, he was kind of curious, like, well, how long has, like, who's the most senior employee in your department? And I said, well, it's this one person, and she's been in our department for about a year. Our department's existed for about 4 to 5 years now. He's like, what? Right? There's nobody from the original staff. And it's like, yeah, gee, I wonder why. We are not treated the best. And yeah, it's good shit.
Trying to figure out how to do armor plating here. Armor plating for a fantasy realm is hard.
You can do it.
I believe in you.
Oh, it's okay. We can't talk about my poopy work
We
life.
still need to do an episode on retail one of these days, because that was on the episode list.
Yeah,
it is. I think we could probably do that next week if we really wanted to.
Yeah, honestly, for those watching on YouTube, if you have any topics you'd like the ClovenCast to discuss, feel free to leave them in the comments, because we are open to different discussions.
Because we need to have a meeting actually, just to be like, meow.
Yeah, we also need to, at least as of recording this episode, we're currently on the hunt for an artist to draw art for the overlay, because we've been operating, each of us have different art. I think 2 of them are pieces that I made, and the other 2 are pieces that you guys made. Or
yeah,
yes.
I made yours Spring, because that's your character rig.
You betcha it is. It's very useful.
Also, I think we have a spammer in the chat. Or something.
Oh, I got it. I'm on it. He. Do you want me to delete message, ban user, or time out user?
Just delete the message for now.
Delete message. I has the power!
You've got the power!
I got the power!
I'm sorry we don't want your messages.
Armor plating actually works. You'd think that after drawing armor so much, I'd be able to actually get this down pat, but nah.
You'd think. I don't know. I've never really drawn armor.
Plating. Well, see, whenever I make fictional armor, I cross-reference between real armor and fictional armor. Because real armor, effective, doesn't look so great.
Yeah.
It's very bulky and doesn't serve purposes as well.
Oh no.
Here's a question.
Maybe an answer.
What is everybody's guilty pleasure movie?
Guilty pleasure movie?
Yeah, so it's like it's one that it's like it's not good, or it's like you either it's not good or it's like
or it's publicly got a weird rep publicly.
Yeah, that or maybe it just feel like you feel good watching it. It's a good escape. It's like whatever you deem guilty pleasure. But like one that I think was like generally looked down on, ending, and everybody can agree it's bad is, I guess, what I'm saying.
Does anyone else want to go first?
I mean, I've talked about it on Awkward Cast, but Rock and Rule is a pretty sweet movie, even though it's got a lot of flaws to it.
What's Rock and Rule?
It was a
yes.
a Canadian animated movie that's got some of the smoothest and coolest techie animation. It's from like the 80s. You can watch it on YouTube.
Is that the one that Saber just did a video on?
I don't think he did a video on it. He didn't go super in depth about it, but it's pretty great.
Oh, okay.
It's so.
I know what you're talking about now. I'm gonna have to. I know I want to get around and watching that. It looks good.
It's so weird.
It's definitely a PG before PG-13 exists. So fair warning: don't have your parents in the room.
Yeah.
It's kind of like not Unico. The Last Unicorn. That has a G rating. But for those of you who might remember the movie, I'm not sure if it really is a today's standard G movie. It's a good movie, but not really G, because you got a tree who's well endowed freaking pressing a character up against her. So that's
Wait, there's a titty tree in that movie?
You never watched The Last Unicorn?
I haven't.
Spirit, whatever your last name is.
Okay.
Get on that.
Our movie night in the tavern, we are watching The Last Unicorn.
Oh, that's a movie I'm gonna show Ty when I visit.
Alright, fine. We can watch The Last Unicorn in tavern movie night.
Yes.
If the people agree to it. We're going to hold a vote. We're going to have multiple candidates.
Fine. Spirit's like, I'm not gonna watch your dumbass movie.
No, I don't think it's dumb. I just never had time to watch it.
It's fine.
So, Last Unicorn is your homework, Spirit.
Yeah. So I guess that's my turn.
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I can't really, because this is off the top of my head. I literally have to walk downstairs and like stare at my computer, like my shelf of movies to be like, that is the one. But the one that comes to my mind would be The Great Mouse Detective. And like the premise is beautiful, Sherlock Holmes with anthropomorphic. Oh my gosh, I was a furry way before I even realized it. Now that I'm thinking about it,
you never realize it until you get older.
Yeah. So like Sherlock Holmes is a mouse, and like Moriarty. I'm gonna butcher his name. Moriarty. Thank you. Is a rat, but don't call him a rat. He's definitely a mouse. Like the whole premise, like they got the dog and they ride the dog and it's really great. Whole premise is really cool. Love it. It's a fun adventure, but some of the animation is just freaking atrocious.
It was during I think it was during the era of not rotoscoping, but during the era, the Xerox method. I learned about this.
Yeah, there's some shots that are like really beautiful, and then there's other shots of like, what happened? What went? Like, no, like please stop. But it doesn't play out like it was trying to be like a Sherlock Holmes kind of like, we'll find him and we'll solve this mystery, but it didn't give you the chance. Like, it didn't play like a Sherlock Holmes, right? Because it like we'll find your father, and then it like cut to like Tim Curry as Moriarty as a rat, and like they had a big song number, and it was like, oh, I guess he's the villain because that's how Disney works, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there was no like real mystery, but you still watch them try and solve a mystery.
Wasn't his name Radigan?
Radigan,
yeah.
That's it. I was like, I know it's not the right name, but yeah, I think that's my guilty pleasure because I freaking loved that movie, and I had a book and cassette that read the book of that movie. It was so good.
Did you ever read the Geronimo Stilton books?
I remember reading those. I remember the vampire one.
What are those?
You've never read Geronimo Stilton?
Okay, link me.
Basically, I got pizza fingers. Bear with me here. So basically, it's a children's series that's like it has anthropomorphic mice, and it's kind of like a World Adventures kind of thing.
Okay.
Geronimo Stilton, and it's got like the books, like they all have their different theme, and as you read them, it's like they got like weird font and text going on throughout the chapter. So it's like a beginner chapter book, so to speak.
Okay.
Yeah, let me try and find one. There. No, that's his sister. And the Smurfs? What? Okay. Here we go. Here's one. Save image. So yeah, I used to love, like, these were one of the books I would read as a kid, and again, bearing in mind I wasn't a big reader.
Oh, these.
Yeah.
Okay, I never read these, but I saw these on the shelf. Like when I got the Scholastic like pre-order at the school, like these were in there.
Scholastic.
Oh, classic.
I miss book fairs.
Oh, book fairs with books I'd never read but buy.
God, those were always so sad for me because I would never have any money to spend on books, so it would just be going there and just admiring all the new, untouched, like just brand new money costing books.
I literally, whenever we had I remember when we had the book fairs in both middle school and elementary school, and there was this one book, it was like a book of monsters or something like that, and I would always go to it just for the art of the dragons and the werewolves.
Ooh.
Is it the Book of Monsters I'm thinking of?
You might have to show me for me to know it.
Oh, frick. Describe the aesthetic.
Oh lord, that was like 10 years ago. I don't know if I'm going to be able to remember that. I think it was Painterly.
Yeah, I think I had one that was like a dragon guidebook or something like that.
Is it like the one that had like all the pop-ups in it?
Yeah.
I think we're thinking of the same one.
Yeah, because mine was specifically dragons, and it had like the textures and like there was like Norse runes in there.
Mm-hmm.
And, like my friends and I would try to learn how to write in them. That way we could use it as like a quote, like secret code kind of thing. Was Norse runes. And it's like, and like my sister and I would role play a lot with the book and like pretend that like dragons were real. And it's like, it's like when we jump out to the trampoline and like pretend we were dragons. Like, whoa, look, an Eastern dragon.
Oh my gosh, you did like role play stuff on the trampoline too?
Yeah,
we didn't have a trampoline, but I remember doing that as a kid.
Like,
we didn't have one either, but every time I went to someone's house, it'd be like we do adventure stuff on the trampoline.
Like, it was the easiest spot too, especially when we would like pretend to be like benders, like when we do like Avatar role plays. And especially because like as you jump, you could be like doing the motions, right? And our trampoline was the bounciest that I've ever been on, but also the most hazardous.
Oh no!
Because with the bounce case, so this was a 30-year-old trampoline, all right.
Okay.
Like, it was stupid old, so that means it had a good spring to it and was well used and therefore incredibly bouncy. But that means the mats eventually wore out, and so it was just like exposed to spring and extremely bouncy situations.
Oh no!
Many a child has fallen off, like has been flung off that trampoline by accident.
See, I think kids just play D&D before they actually know what D&D is. Like, D&D is basically just sitting down LARPing. And kids have been LARPing ever since they were kids.
Yeah.
It's organized LARP. Yeah, it's organized LARP. That's what D&D is. It's organized role-playing.
With a bunch of rules.
Well, yeah, and so I guess that's one thing why I've been wanting to try and play but haven't really had the chance to. is because I wanna do that again. I wanna get involved in the character, and I guess this is why I hope I can eventually go back up to visit my dad, because my uncle, who's a big Star Wars fan, he has like this Star Wars role playing game that's like Diet D&D.
It's literally
Okay.
it's founded off of D&D 3.5, and there are no long rests. And I played it with Tricky on a homebrew campaign that got like 2 sessions in. Good
Yeah.
lord, is that game hard? My gun kept jamming.
Oh, no.
Fun. Yeah.
I'm literally okay. I'm working on I'm having such a hard time designing Cassiel's armor because I need it to be like slender because he's a Dex paladin.
I was gonna say maybe you should take a break and you could just draw this this thumbnail.
The what now?
The thumbnail to this episode.
I don't even know what this episode is going to be called. I usually have to go back after the fact when it comes to shoot the shit episodes.
Here's an idea. What if, like, episodes like these are just kind of like, we name them just after the fact kind of thing. And we have just one thumbnail of, like, maybe the characters just sitting down with, like, whatever hot beverage and just chilling. And, like, just have an after the fact episode. Because it's like they don't really have a topic, and I assume if we do more of these, they'll happen after, like, core episodes, I guess I'd say. That's my idea, anyway.
Yes, have them all holding mugs.
Mugs. And
Mugs. Oh no!
Somebody's committed a crime.
Did we do arson?
We can.
By the way, we're actually earlier today in our D&D campaign, which was an utter shit show. We were planning arson.
No.
And I kind of hate that we did. My character is okay. My character, whom I am drawing now, he is Cassiel. Hi, you've met him. He was the one that was like the most not on board with committing arson.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is that he's a weak little shit who has a 1 modifier on his strength. You kind of need to be strong to be a paladin.
He tries. That's what counts.
I mean, it's fitting for his character arc, but it still makes me mad because I usually have shit rolls anyway.
I mean,
the lack of symmetry on this makes me angry.
Angie.
My parents have started picking up the Angie terminology because I was saying it in D&D, and now my parents and my brother have both started using it unironically.
Yes.
No talk, I Angie.
Like, that's the same with my mom. She's been going oof. And, like, she's been trying to learn, it's like, kind of like a Gen Z lingo, I guess. Because it's like, because my sister too, right? I don't know where I was going with that.
Let the leet speak, fuel them. Hello? Okay. It's like, are you alive? What's happened? Hello?
I'm dead inside.
Oh no.
Same.
Phoenix down.
Oh, we never got around to my guilty pleasure movie.
Yeah, you never told us about your guilty pleasure movie, Maple.
I know. Okay, this one's a recent one. I think I have a few, but I have a bad habit of forgetting. Like, I know I've watched a lot of anime, but I forget all of them unless I see them. I go, oh yeah, I watched that one. But I recently watched this one, and it's Maleficent, Mistress of Evil.
Oh, yes!
Like, story-wise, it's okay. Like, it's okay. It's a mom drama. And like, whatever. But the aesthetic and just Maleficent herself, I'm like, you know what? I dig this. And for how much flying around they do with like their big feathery wings and like horned face, I'm like, I'm here for that shit. I'm here for this. I'll freaking shoot it up my veins like cocaine. Not cocaine, heroin. Is that what you shoot up your...
Yeah, heroin's what you shoot up your veins.
I don't know. I don't do drugs.
The ClovenCast does not condone the usage of drugs, kid. Don't do drugs.
Unless they're medicinal.
Yeah.
And even then, only do it at your designated size.
And time.
And place.
Yes.
and under the supervision of a doctor.
Or your parents.
If you're underage.
No, don't trust your parents with dosage.
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe there's some like really lax parents out there.
I think having lax parents track your dosage probably would be even worse, though.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not saying it's a good thing.
Don't take medical advice from us.
We are not medical professionals. We're a bunch of dorks on the internet who like to talk about media.
Listen, I'm the dork that almost, like, again, snorted a piece of lettuce, so...
Purely professional here.
That's the level of intelligence we got here. I don't have big brain, but you know what? That's okay.
I only have one brain cell left, so as long as you have more than one brain cell, you got me outmatched.
What were their names again?
Bill and, Mindy.
Pop quiz.
Bill
So
and
who
Mindy.
left?
And Mindy decided to take a week off after his finals were done, so, Bill's working overtime in the office.
How dare.
Freaking Bill.
No, Bill's the
Wiener.
good one. Mindy's the bitch who
Oh.
don't know shit.
Oh shit, sorry.
Mindy. Oh my god. That was good.
I'm digging the new armor design. It's usually hidden under his tunic, but I might actually bring it out for, future armor designs.
He does an awesome, like, anime reveal of ripping off the cloak and, like, awesome armor.
He's wearing nothing but
He's wearing nothing but a chest plate.
nothing but a chest plate. Like, doesn't that hurt? And he's like, yes, it fuels me.
I mean, he's covered in a ton of scars. So at this point, he's used to getting his ass kicked, so...
You know what? Good. Sometimes he needs a good ass kicking. I don't know the character. I'm lost. You know. I don't know what I'm doing on an island.
I mean, if
Should
you
we-
want the TLDR, he's a paladin that got falsely accused of heresy, got run out of his town, had his girlfriend killed, and generally just is not having a good time.
You know what? Mood. As if I relate.
Oh yeah, that happened yesterday, don't you know?
That's just, don't you know?
Oh yeah, you know, just going down to the local Timmy's and oh damn.
That's just a regular Tuesday for me there, bud.
Oh yeah. Oh damn.
Maple and Spring, roll initiative.
Oh shit, hold on.
I got a
Oh,
20.
I'm rolling in my mind 5.
oh, don't you know it's a 16?
I got the 16?
A 16.
Oh, well, thank you there, bud.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a 16.
Hey,
I go before you.
hey, a quick question for you.
Yeah?
Are you going to watch the hockey game later?
Oh, the good old hockey game.
Yeah, I hear the Maple Leafs are playing against the Oilers tonight.
Oh, I thought it was the Canucks.
Spring,
Oh,
what's your armor class?
Oh, my armor class. Hold on.
I need to pull up the freaking.
Make me pull up my stupid shoes. I'm in the doing a bit in
D20.
armor class. Well, if I got mage armor, it's 16.
You didn't cast mage armor.
Oh shit, it's 12.
Let's see here. Cassiel rolled 6 and 9, so that's 15, plus a divine smite, that's 2d8. Where's my other d8? There's my other d8. Okay, so that's... Do the maths.
Big brain time.
No, iPhone, I don't want an update. I want to calculate how much damage I did to my best friend.
Oh no, that's not very nice. We were talking about the good old hockey game.
Oh no, buddy. I mean, hey, the good old fight at the hockey game. Am I right?
Oh yeah. Talk about baseball or something over there.
Okay, so that's 27 for the first strike.
Oh, what the hell?
And then that's another 12 plus the divine smite.
I'm on the ground. Wait.
Maple, your turn.
What? 18.
That
How-
barely hits Cassiel's armor class. Now roll for damage.
roll. 13.
That's not how you roll for damage. What's your weapon?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm rolling you a d10 for a longsword.
Okay.
How come you got to go?
Because you're down.
That's not. Did you get a sneak round? Not fair.
Cassiel
what
rolled
level
a
are
20
you?
and was first on the initiative.
What level are you?
Whomst, me?
You.
I think if I remember, like, level 5.
Oh, no wonder. I'm level 3. You're kicking my... Of course I'm gonna go down.
Has never played a game ever. I'm so confused.
I'm a little baby. Little baby wizard. Just got out to the Tim Hortons and just... You came up with your big military vehicle and just smacked me.
See, you know what makes it worse is the fact that I usually get really garbage rolls, but right now I'm rolling really well because you know why? DM.
What? You know what I was about to say? It's because the dice is weighed.
No,
Yeah.
for whatever. Okay, I talked to Tricky about this the other night because I was rolling character sheets for people, and apparently the universe favors DMs, and I don't understand it. But whenever I'm playing as a DM, I get really good rolls. But whenever I'm as a player, I get really garbage rolls.
Wow. It's almost like those things where you see like old sailor tales. You know, it's like you touch the horseshoe before you get on the boat, and for good luck
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. That's almost what that's reminiscent of, just the D&D version. I've been watching way too much Outlander. It makes me... Kate, I haven't done this in a while, and that's like talking to the screen because the characters are just... I get it, it's a drama, but they keep half telling the whole truth. Not even half, like quarter telling the whole truth. And I'm like, just there can be so much awkward and hostility avoided if you guys just told the whole story. You know? You
I
dumb
hate
fox.
that so much, where they do it's not even like proper like English talk. It's just like, oh, but you know the thing, like no, just speak English. Like,
Oh, it's thundering out. We're gonna get a thunderstorm tonight.
Oh, I'm so jelly.
That's usually not a good thing in this part of the country.
But I really like thunderstorms. I like the boom. I like boom.
I like them too, but usually in this part of the country it means tornadoes.
oh no,
I don't like tornado. Tornado bad.
yeah, you take your tornado and you throw it in the lake.
Are we Russian now?
Yeah.
I don't know. Are we from Mother Russia?
Oh, the good old motherland.
This reminds me, I need to finally get around to actually editing Beta 9.
Why don't you do that?
Because audio editing is hard when you're learning a new software. And I've had a bunch of other stuff to keep track of.
I was being sarcastic. It's okay.
You know what, Spirit? You know what?
What?
That sounds like a lot of excuses.
Excuse you,
you, like,
I don't see
thinking
you
something.
being in college with three studio classes, Missy.
That's why I said I'm kidding. I'm sorry. Help. I'm
I say-
sorry.
I think I just rolled a vicious mockery with a total of 4.
I save you. I kick over your trash can.
Spirit
Wow.
did not like that. Spirit will remember that.
Yes, excellent. Now I steal your desk chair and I put it in a bush outside, and I run
No,
away.
you can only have 1 action per turn.
That's my bonus action.
Well, bonus action is going to be running away. Because your dash action doesn't get you far enough away from that. Like, your normal movement action doesn't get you far enough away.
Fine, I push it out the window.
You push it out the window and you hit a guard in the head. You are now being chased out of the temple by a bunch of armed guards with plate armor.
You guys have your own mini D&D campaign here.
It's okay. I'm just going to cast Suggestion and suggest that they stop.
That's a. Is that a wisdom
level
save?
2. Dun, 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 dun. Suggestion. E5. Thank you, Google. What are you at? Give me the deets.
What's the DC on that?
You must. The target must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, of how much?
Dun, 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 dun. I believe they have to do my spell save DC, which is 13.
Well, I have some good news and I have some bad news. What do you want first?
Am I bleeding?
No.
Okay.
The good news is you're not bleeding. The bad news is that the guards rolled a 13, an 18, a 20, and a 17. And that's without modifiers. They're all human, so they have a 1 to their modifiers.
So you're not bleeding, but you're dead. Eh?
Okay. Spring,
Just take it
roll
back.
me a strength save.
A strength save. That's saving throw, right?
Yep.
Strength. Aha, I finally get to use this. That's a modified 19.
Okay. Now I gotta roll the guard against that. You managed to escape the grasp of the guard. However, Cassiel is still pursuing you.
That's okay. I'll use Charm Person on Cassiel.
Elves can't be charmed.
Oh shit, that's right. We
So
have
unless you wish to use some feminine ways.
No, we have advantage on saving throws.
Okay.
Aha!
Fine.
We just can't be put to sleep.
What's the DC on that?
It's 13.
Cassiel
Wait.
rolled 14 on both.
Hold on, let me check. Let me actually check Charm Person because I want to make sure. I just learned Charm Person. Wisdom saving throw. Yeah, okay, fine. Continue.
Do you want me to roll that again just to see if you get lucky?
Okay. Maybe my God smiles upon me.
Just whatever you do, don't mention that to him. Yeah, bad news. Cassiel rolled a 19 and a 20 on that.
No.
Cassiel is neither charmed, but he's actually kind of annoyed at that.
No.
He manages to grab you by the wrist and starts dragging you back towards the temple.
That's okay. I cast Shocking Grasp.
And
'Cause
since
he's
he's wearing
holding
plate
me.
armor, you get advantage on that roll.
And I roll.
What did you
that's
roll, Spring?
A nat 1.
Did you roll for advantage?
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, because plate armor gives you advantage.
That is that plus 9.
Yeah, you miss.
Okay, well.
Granted, I won't give you the critical fail, but you are now being dragged back to the temple to be questioned by the council.
Oh, this is what happens when I sneak out of the temple.
You've been put before a temple purely comprised of elves and humans. They don't seem particularly pleased with you.
Don't tell me my mom's in there, because that'll be awkward.
She's giving you a very disappointed look.
Cassiel is standing next to you and is rather disappointed. He seems to be giving you a death glare, but you can't quite tell if he's actually angry at you or just unimpressed.
And Grace just pulls out her book and starts reading it. What? I'm gonna read.
That's not usually what you do when you go before a council, Cassiel replies.
Hi, Mom.
Your mother is sitting up on one of the council chairs. She's also very disappointed.
I think she'd be proud, but whatever.
Oh, she's proud of you. She's proud of your spellcasting ability, but she is not quite proud of the fact that you were outrunning the guards after doing something rather minor.
I'm. Oh wait, I got 0 charisma. Or -1. I'm sorry.
All right, roll a check on that.
Is that persuasion?
Yeah, roll a persuasion check.
Oh, good glory.
Also, maple onions aren't spicy.
But they got layers.
I'm just trying my best here.
That is plus persuasion. Oh, that I have a -1 to persuasion, so that is a 5.
Well then, the council is not impressed. They've decided to have Cassiel shout at you for the rest of the day to make sure you don't get into trouble. You have the opportunity to convince him that you don't really have to be watched. However, be warned, if you decide to take that opportunity, you're rolling on disadvantage.
Grace will remember this. Sure.
Okay.
Am I just rolling a d20?
Roll me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Okay, that is 11 modified, and a 2. So that would be 1. So modified 1.
Well, the council is not exactly impressed, so therefore you now have a 6-foot-tall, sword-wielding armored guard who's basically going to be following you around for the day to make sure you don't get into any shenanigans.
Okay, I'm just gonna sit in the library and read now.
Cassiel is rather bored by sitting amongst the books.
How are you doing over there, people?
I'm finishing pizza.
Is it good pizza?
It's a good pizza. The reason I ask is because there's onions on here, and I don't remember this pizza being spicy, but I ate an onion and it tasted
Are they
spicy.
red onions or are they
Oh,
yellow
no.
onions?
They're not. They're red onions, I think.
Oh, red onions can kind of be like hot sometimes.
They're higher in acid content, so that technically counts as spicy?
Because like, what would you classify as like what does an onion like? It's not texture, but like, what category of taste does it fall into? It doesn't fall into sweet, mostly. Does it fall into spicy? Does it fall into sour? Does it fall into bitter? I don't know.
I think it falls into a mixture of bitter and just strong.
Strong bitter. But wouldn't that just be like coffee?
Yeah, I guess that's true. Hey, a question for the chat. Are onions spicy? I want to get a second opinion on this now.
See,
Your question of the week.
Question of the week, everyone. Are onions spicy?
see, I put that in the chat, and there were 8 viewers, but I put in that question.
2 people disappeared.
Oh no!
Because there's
Send
like
them
8
away.
people. I go, are onions spicy? And we're back down to 6. Like, oh. Okay.
I think we might have bored people a little bit over the past, I don't even know what this podcast is anymore. I completely forgot we were actually recording.
You know what? And that's okay. As long as we have a good old fun time. You know? Just chilling, jiving. I'm so jive. What?
Spring, one of these days we're going to have a one-off session, and it's literally just going to be elf shenanigans.
Excellent. It's gonna be glorious.
Yes.
Also, isn't
Okay.
your elf, like, baby?
Me? Oh, sorry.
So Grace is technically she's like, okay, she's 99, and in the realm of D&D, your character, your elves, like traditionally, like, or whatever, like around 100, like they like are like, I am now an adult, right? So I'm playing her as she's like 19, like human wise, so she's still a teenager, like causing shit and like taking people's chairs and like putting them in bushes, and like awkward and shit. But she's 99, right? So she's got like lots of experience, but like not in the realm of human or like relationship. She has no idea. She's no idea what the hell that is.
So you know what makes that worse?
What?
Cassiel's only 70, but he's been through so much shit in his life. He's like mentally aged a lot.
Yeah. Grace is like, she's got negative charisma, so she's just...
Let me double check what Cass's charisma modifier is. I
just embrace it.
I have like 3 campaigns where he's in. Because I use him more as a universal character, because I collect the stories of which are told with him.
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea for a grander story. Let me take a look. No, Roll20. I don't want to use my microphone right now. Character sheet. What is Cassiel's charisma modifier? Cassiel has a 14 in charisma, a 18 in strength, a 16 in dexterity, a 14 in constitution. Intelligence and wisdom are at 11. So, my other one, you want to... Let me tell you, the one that we have, which I've nicknamed our Tomb of Annihilation campaign, Shit Happens, after an in-joke that happened today. Because we could not get in. We had to, like, make a distraction, and we couldn't get into the walls of the fortress no matter what we tried.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take a look at what my... Common is still in... I think Common left the tab open when he was... Because he's still in the game. Either that or he's doing, character adjustments. Let me take a look at, Come on, character sheet load. Basically, he's a weak little punk in this campaign. Because I got really mediocre rolls on, I got really mediocre rolls when it came to, modifiers.
Yeah.
So I've got like a 12, a 13, a 13, a 10, an 11, and a 12. Which, it's fitting for his character because one of his goals is to become stronger so he can, like, go back home and do the whole, like, not really revenge, but avenge kind of thing. I think I told you the story, so I don't have to repeat myself.
It was a well-worded, small story you bestowed upon my eardrums.
I got a lot better at writing over the years, and I'm kind of glad of that.
Yeah.
Oh, the character sheet finally loaded up.
Ugh.
Yeah, 13 in strength, 14 in dexterity, 13 in constitution, 11 in intelligence, 11 in wisdom, and 13 in charisma.
All right. Well, while we've been having an adventure, I made a present.
You made a present?
You made a thing?
I made a thing. I just need it to... Just give me a second to save as PDF. You're like, I don't know what to draw for a thumbnail. And I'm just like, here.
I think we should probably wrap up this weird episode of the podcast.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Right before, just let me catch an idea. Let me show you this real gem before we wrap. What delicious treat have you? What the?
You looked upon pictures and stuff?
Yes, I did. You have bestowed upon me an image I made. My eyeballs may never unsee.
I didn't want to see a ripped Mufasa with a gaming headset.
I saw it on Twitter, and I don't know how to feel.
I don't.
Dead? Gaming? I don't know.
But I don't know if I'm even going to be able to use this episode anymore. It's such a clusterfuck.
It's now trashed. It's dead.
ClovenTRASH. There we go.
That's what we'll call it. We'll call it ClovenTRASH.
Cloven
Oh,
Trash.
you know what? If the series ever takes off, we'll make a series of outtakes, and this will be an outtake episode.
Yes.
Literally just ClovenTRASH.
ClovenTRASH.
I need to figure out. Okay, let's go ahead. Spring, what did you want to show me?
I put it in pictures and stuff. I gave you a template.
I'm going to show the one remaining person in the chat because I think the other 3 is us.
Other 3? No, that'd be. So if us 3 have Twitch open, that means there's 2 people watching.
Do I not count as one?
I don't know.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's you. Like 3 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
If there's 3 of us, then that means there's 2 people. Like the people watching. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, you're welcome. For
Okay,
that.
someone please okay, we gotta wrap this up. Thank you for coming to ClovenTRASH, the very non-focused podcast. We hope you check out the actual podcast episodes. I have no idea when this episode is coming out.
Hopefully soon.
Basically, this is an unfocused pile of garbage, but that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording now.